All right, let's jump right in. We're about to challenge a huge assumption many of us have about growth, the idea that just being visible is the ultimate goal. We're going to explore something way more powerful, something that actually lasts. This statement right here, this is the heart of our entire conversation today. We're told constantly to get more eyes on our work, to be everywhere, but this suggests we might be chasing the wrong thing entirely. So let's break this down. Let's talk about the visibility trap. It's this belief that success comes from just making more noise on more platforms. But here's the big question. Is being seen really the same thing as being understood? When people see you everywhere, it creates a sense of familiarity. They might recognize your name, maybe your logo. But if they can't quickly grasp what you're all about, that connection is paper thin. It's fragile. It can disappear in a second. Trust needs something so much deeper than just recognition. This chart really just hits the nail on the head. Visibility, it's like you're renting space on platforms you don't control. It depends on the whims of some algorithm, and poof, it can be gone tomorrow. But clarity, clarity is something you own. It lives inside people's minds. It's built on your thinking, not some passing format. And because of that, it stays. Okay, so this leads to a really common mistake. In the race to be easily understood, a lot of people aim for simplicity, but what they actually land on is vagueness. And trust me, the difference between the two is absolutely massive. Have you seen these before? Of course you have, they're everywhere. Helping businesses grow. Okay, but how? For who? AI-powered solutions. For what problem exactly? These phrases sound professional and safe, but they actually force your audience to do all the mental heavy lifting. And when you make people's brains work too hard, they just check out. So here's the key takeaway. Clarity isn't about being simple. It's about being precise. It's having the confidence to say, this is exactly who I help, this is the specific problem I solve, and, just as important, this is what I don't do. That kind of precision, it signals real confidence. And confidence is the foundation of trust. Now, clarity isn't a one-and-done thing. It's a system, a process you can repeat that builds and actually compounds trust over time. We can call it the clarity loop. It all starts with clear thinking, really knowing what you believe. Then you use clear language to explain it, no jargon needed. This sets clear expectations, so nobody is ever surprised. And finally, you deliver a consistent experience where your actions perfectly match your words. See how each step just reinforces the next? The loop gets tighter and the trust gets stronger. But here's the thing, clarity isn't just for your audience. One of its most powerful uses is actually internal. It can become your #1 tool for making decisions and cutting through all the noise inside your own head. We've all been there, right? Feeling totally overwhelmed. But that burnout, that fatigue, it doesn't actually come from a long to-do list. It comes from not having clear rules for making decisions. When you don't know what really matters, every single choice, no matter how small, just drains your battery. So the solution is to use clarity as an automatic filter. When you have it, you instantly know what to create, what opportunities to accept, and, this is the big one, what you should totally ignore. This is why the clearest brands and leaders always seem so focused and calm. They're not chasing everything. They're just reinforcing what they already know to be true. And all of this leads to the ultimate payoff. Because while hype and intensity might get you some attention in the short term, the real advantage, the one that actually lasts, comes from having a clear and consistent direction. Just look at this comparison for a second. Short-term thinking is always frantically asking, what's next? What's the new shiny object? It chases trends, and it often trades a little bit of trust for a quick win. Long-term thinking, on the other hand, asks a much better question. What will still make sense in 3 years? It's all about building assets and strengthening trust, even if it takes a little longer. Because at the end of the day, people don't really trust intensity. They don't trust speed. They trust consistency. They trust a stable, reliable direction. When your message doesn't change every 5 minutes, you feel reliable, and reliability is the bedrock of trust. Because think about it. When the hype dies down, when the trends change and all the noise fades away, this is what's left. Clear positioning, so people know exactly where you fit in their world. Clear thinking, so they respect your point of view. And clear intent, so they know why you do what you do. This is the stuff that makes people want to come back. Okay, so let's bring this all home with a super simple test. You can apply this to anything you create, an email, a project, a website, anything. Can someone look at just one piece of your work and within seconds answer these 3 questions? What do you believe? Who is this for? And why should I trust you? The answer should be instant. It should be obvious. And if the answer isn't obvious, then please remember this. Getting more views or more likes won't fix the problem. More visibility will only amplify the confusion. The only real solution is to go back to the drawing board and find more clarity. And that leaves us with one final question for you to think about, a question to take with you. In your own work, your own messaging, where might you be visible but still unclear? Finding that spot, that's the first step toward building the kind of trust that actually lasts.